Eric Mother.com. Just want to take a look at a live situation here so we can see what happens after we will observe this double top on the weekly RSI. This double top on LNKD happens to be at about 61.8. So I just want to see what's going to happen in the coming weeks and months if this is predicting that more than likely the stock is going to be headed low. But before we do that, let's take a look at the price here on the weekly, and we can see that if you take the most recent weekly closing highs, you can see that they connect very nicely with a straight line. Let's draw it like that, right there. And so the recent resistance around 250 seems to be because the stock has come back to that price channel and is showing resistance. So that's one level, or at least one aspect we can see that makes sense as to why the stock is struggling since hitting about that 250 level. But now let's go to the RSI, and we can see that the RSI is coming back to test the previous break level. We can draw it maybe somewhere around there, which is the highs going back to about March of this year. So that high there, and we draw a straight line from there like that. And what we see here is that this was already resistance on the red line sometime in April for the high somewhere there before this massive drop on a weekly basis there. And so now we are seeing what I initially mentioned, which is this double top on the weekly RSI. I think this suggests that because this double top on the red line, which was the previous break level, so the previous break level, which happens to be this red line, which again happens to be at 61.8, to me is interesting. So let's see what happens in the coming weeks. Maybe this is predicting that over time there's a higher chance for this stock to pull back. In fact, if you take a look at a 3-year weekly, the previous chart was a 2-year weekly, and we draw a line at about 61.8, we can see that this was also sell signal. Obviously there it was sell signal here for a swing trade lower, sell signal here with this double top at 61.8 for swing trade lower, and again it was sell signal once it moved back below 61.8 right there. And also take a look at this break level, which is this break somewhere here, and this break brought the stock here, and the most recent big drop on a month-to-month basis was here. So we can see clearly that at about 61.8 on the weekly, the stock tends to react, especially when it moves back below or if it shows resistance at 61.8. So let's see what happens in the coming weeks. Maybe this is predicting that from around here the stock is going to have to pull back week to week, month to month. Eric Mother.com. Good luck, peace, and blessings.